Hey, what's up, y'all? Today, I wanted to talk about love. Love is this thing that we just can't seem to get a grasp of. All of us have our different versions of it. But I was thinking today, what is love and what's the best way to compare love? And I started to think about all the things that a lot of people have in common. And it made me think about the song Happy. You remember the song Happy by Pharrell Williams? Came out, what, about, golly, 15 years ago now, maybe more, maybe less. But I think of love in comparison to that song. So hopefully you follow along with me. When that song first came on, you just couldn't get enough of it. They were playing it everywhere. I don't care who was playing it, when it was playing. Everybody jumped in. They started singing it. They started singing it. And it was just always a good time. You know, that went on for quite a little while. I mean, I think that song stayed popular. It probably stayed at the top of the charts for a very long time. But after a while, it just started kind of falling off a little bit. Other things took its place. I can't think of the next song that came in after that, but I just know that after a while, it just lost its popularity. But if the song comes on, you still will hear it. But I tell you, they could not stop playing that song, and everybody knew the words. Everybody had the same feeling. Everybody was jumping up. Everybody, if you like the song, liked it. Some people didn't like it. That's par for the course. Nobody's going to like everything, but I think for the most part, you understand what I'm saying. I started to think about that when it comes to the act of love. Love is a lot like the same thing. At the beginning, it's huge. It's great. It's just something you can't get enough of. You want it all the time. It's always on. It's something that just it embraces you and it feels good and it gives you that spirit of wanting to be there. Um, Now I think that that's good, but this is where I have a contrast, or this is where I have some other thoughts about it. Um, I think even when that song stops playing as much, even if you hear it once or twice, every once in a while, still makes you feel good, or you remember how good it was, or it may put you in a good place for a moment, but it doesn't keep you in that spirit of needing to get up and dance and everybody being involved all the time. I think that's the natural evolution of love. I think that it does feel good at the beginning. That's why we want to be there. That's why we want to be in it. Uh, but as far as it doesn't have to stay there. Now, I'm going to say this: these artists may have a contradictory relationship, but I like Drake. I I think he's a fantastic artist. I think he speaks to a lot of people in this world, uh, especially men, but also how women want to feel as well. I think women understand his purposes. He's just trying to make it, and that he has these relationships with people. And I think us as guys realize those relationships as well. But when it comes to Drake, there's something in my heart that's just like with Pharrell Williams, with Happy. That song is there, but I think with like real love, you understand it. And so whenever that love keeps on evolving, you find other things that you still find that love is in. So with Drake, for me, and this is for me, and you don't have to like him. You can take it, for instance, for any artist or whatever thing that you may love, or that you care for like that. But whenever he comes out with new music, I find that his words still penetrate me, which to me is an evolution of me still having a strong connection with that artist. I still like Drake since uh, the very beginning. I remember 2009 here for the first time. I still remember somebody giving me a CD that had a bunch of his songs on it. I still remember Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. I still have Wanting to Be Successful. I've got all these things from the beginning. And I'm not trying to confuse these two artists, but as far as to me, when it comes to love and the spirit of love, I think real love just keeps evolving. And it's always understanding it, as far as you're always listening, and maybe you anxiously await, or maybe when you get that moment to sit in a little bit, you hear that this thing is still evolving, and it's still evolving emotions in you. Um, as far as, again, I like the song Happy, but I think that also is an evolution of sometimes love doesn't last because maybe it was not meant to. Maybe that song, maybe Pharrell still has some other music. I love his music as well. I still like a lot of his beats with NERD. Um, and all that. But as far as my comparative would be for Drake since 2009 to 2026, which is the current year now, uh, we're still waiting for Iceman to come out. I still feel like his music touches me. I listen to a bunch of his old CDs and I hear exactly where he's coming from. He says an emotion. I'll say the same thing with Kanye West. Kanye West is kind of um, a lovable artist because he keeps evolving and you keep hearing his music and it keeps changing. And these are people I have connections to. I just listened to some DC Fontaine or Fontaine DC the other day in a complete different genre. And you hear people's artistry and you can understand why people connect to it because we all connect to different things in love and it puts us in a different emotion. But that's my biggest thing I have on love because I don't think, for one, I don't know if love is natural. I was talking with someone and the thought of real love, I was brought up as a Jehovah's Witness, so I'll say this a lot, but I don't mean it to mean anything. But it was a Bible based religion. But for all of that, I don't recall love being an overwhelming uh, theme, like this huge love story of all these rigors and tears. The biggest thing I remember is uh, Job and Adam and Eve, and uh, some other fiascos that don't equate to love stories as we see them today. So, as much as that being said, I don't know if love was meant to be what we make it out to be. And I do think it was supposed to evolve. Back in the Bible times, they had concubines, they had wives, and so there wasn't just this one person for everybody that then. And I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be today or not. This is our life. Choose to live it how you want to do what you want to do. Um, but that's just my thoughts on love today. I just thought I'd put that out there. I'm just doing these videos every day until I build up. For one, I want you guys as an audience, you guys as an audience to like what you're hearing and maybe to make you think. I'm a huge thinker. I think all the time. They say that as humans, we process about 35 to 40,000 thoughts a day. I know I do that because I think all day long. I'm always having a new thought and a new wonderment. And that's what makes me appreciate life. So I think that's going to be all for today. If you have any questions, please link it in the comments. If you like it, please subscribe or like for the video content. I'm going to be doing this every day for the foreseeable future. I have some big plans. Again, I say that all the time as well, but it's true. I think that you're seeing that I'm evolving with this thing, and I hope that you like it. So that's all for today. We'll catch you next time.